Hello boys and girls, today is a great day because there is another cast where I end up facing two people and I will need to carry this game because I am the highest rated player in the game. So usually when people facing another player with higher rating, they are most likely to lose. So I have to carry this one and the blue player will end up losing quite fast, and I will talk about how to react to those type of situation. Here my build order is the usual stuff where I just made one extra power generator to be sure to installing, and because I'm in the air slot I will try to have more air than my opponent because I know him and I know that he doesn't rush for T3R and he prefers to play a bit with the T1. And Twin River is a map where there is not a lot of mass. There is only those two big chunks where there's like 1000 mass on it. Yeah, exactly 1000 mass. So there is not a lot of room to have um, explosive base. So that map is quite an eco one because you can easily defend one side of the map, and it's often decided by who controlling the island. So here with my first factory I just want to have a scout interceptor to maybe kill the first transport if he tried to rush it. And there, because I saw my ally didn't take those two max point, I grabbed them. Maybe I could have give them back to them, but because they are the difference of rating is so drastic, I prefer keeping them. There we saw that they didn't pick up that rock, and the big reclaim units are very important for the start of the game because you often struggle with mass very quickly. There I scout to see if he rushed the transport. He didn't, but I saw some interceptors, so I will try to send them there because I think it's where he want to have his drop. I also saw he only have 2 air factory and get for 3, so I will have more air than him, and that's how I intend to have the air superiority, at least in the first part of the game. Here I managed to land the drop. I put the factory over the engineer, so they split up and they won't be killed by one bomber. There I have more set the names, interceptor the names, so I know that I will beat him. I send my com early to help my ally because one com on a front is a big is a big power move because it's like 20 tank in one unit, and if the other opponent doesn't have a com, you are in a nice advantageous position. There the blue com is a bit exposed. It's fine if he had the intel, but it doesn't. Maybe if the radar was there, he could have put his com there safely, but I don't like it. Now with the radar coverage I know where he is safe, but not by much. Here I send some gunship to harass the border, and with that drop I just build a PD because that's the most impactful you can make quickly with engineer. And I know they were doomed, but I tried to have the PD and it managed to kill the factory. So if I manage to build those 2 factory, I should won that island. there the com is way too exposed, and that's how we end up 2v1. I end up getting 2v1 to the blue and the orange player. So now I know that that I lost, but the good part is all of the units were killed in the explosion. So what I do when I see that my opponent, that my ally is dead, I make a bunch of factory just to hold off to that side. And when I get to one island, I don't put the factory in repeat. I just want to have some unit to deal with a drop, like 5 or 6 units, but not much more, because I don't want to waste a lot of mass in the island, or they will end up to costing more than what they're worth. I spend a lot of my eco to scaling up my economy, because I won't beat in a straight fight. To come against one, I won't beat them in T1 or maybe even T2 stage because of the overcharge. But on the bright side, I have both islands. That's 8 more mexes, and that's like 1 extra basis that I have. Here I try to do a drop. Drop can be really devastating if not scouted, but there I got spotted. So an arty drop would be more useful, but I had a lot of idling engineers, so maybe try something and make something happen. I try to fight there, but there is more than me, so I end up retreating for that fight. I saw that Pink is not very well off with his base, so I don't count on him. I just hope he won't be crushed very soon, and I want to want in the near future, because it looks like a grim future for me if I let this party continues. So I get to T2 and I want to have a critical mass of unit to kill Orange and his base. There I lost that island because he made 2 drop. So now I know that I need like 12 or so units in island to cover it up. So I won't stop producing on that island when I get to the 6th unit. I would need a bit more, but I just produce what I need and not much more. Here there is some TML. That's a really good play because there is no TMD, and when I see the TML, I quickly capture the mechs. I give it back because that's main max point, but you don't want to leave your max kill for a long time, because each second is not there. That's mass you don't have, but you could have. Here I have a lot of T2 production, and in the near future I would have a critical mass, and I could beat the orange base. But now I have a big problem because there is T3 air and I'm still on T1 air. So I need a lot more power, and I need to upgrade my factory. You see, I want to have T3 air, but it would be a long time before I get to T3. There I take a bit too much time to respond to the drop, but it's fine. One mix down, when I have engineer next to it, it's fine. You see, I already queue up and I can reclaim the unit, and it's even loss for me, and that's a big problem. There is a lot of SF and I'm still not to T3, so I've been in a big trouble. But there I have a lot more than him, so maybe I could kill him and if blue is not there, it's hard to manage land and air at the same time, as I'm currently struggling. I focus on the land, so yeah, I have more lot land, but I'm very far behind in air. I didn't. He was too 12 feet to get to the kill, so I ignore him, and I try to level down the round base. There is a strat that painfully killed all of my T2 power. So when you get strat and you have an engineer, focus on building some SAM before anything, because you need to be protected, and you can rebuild the unit that was killed, so it costs half of the power and the build power to remake them, and that's how I get back quickly in my energy size. There I won the base, so orange is close to be out of the game. Because I saw a bunch of T1 PD, I prefer to try to go for red, because I could level his base down if he don't have a lot to defend himself. So even though I lost my power, I get back to it, and now I'm in a decent position. And I got to T3 air, so now, because I know that I have more record than the whole team, I know that my only weakness is the T3 air, so I want to have a big I want to get back to T3 air, because for me at that point it's the only way I could lose, by some sneaky strat bomber or gunship, and I will try to have a bigger grid and support my air production. So how to get back to air? You just need more build power on your air production, and for that, when you get under 1000 in mass income, you make a T3 power, and one T3 power can work for two T2 air factory. So you just make T3 power and air factory, and once you get to more air factory than your opponent, you will soon have more air than him, and that's how you can get back to the air. Here I try to snipe the gunship, because if he doesn't pay attention, I can't kill them. Here I don't have enough air to kill off the gunship, because the UF gunship has a lot of HP. The DPS is not that high, but with the HP it makes the difference. I still try to kill them, but I don't have enough. So just be patient and try to amass more interceptor. But I'm still in a fine position there. I think I have still more record than him. He just managed to rebuild his base, but I have my base running for a lot more time than him. Here, when I saw the Navy factory, I was thinking about T3 nuke sub, and if I don't, I need to scout for what he tried to do. And for me, that was a nuke sub, but the Navy factory was only T2, so it couldn't be that. So I panic and I make a bunch of torpedo bomber. With all the mass, because I had a lot of mass, I built some experimental with all my my build power to spend your mass quickly. That's a good way to spend it. But when you are air player and you don't have a lot of attention spam, you can spend it into a nuke launcher. That's a good way to spend it. Here I saw the gunship alone, and I tried to capitalize on that and kill all of his air. Here I know that I have more air than him. And there is it was not a nuke sub, but a commander. So I know that if I get control of that side, I should kill them both. But for me, the game is close to over. With my Monkey Lord, I would kill the Orange Man once again. So Orange is is really doomed from that point. There I should have retreated my Monkey Lord because if it microed the Fat Boy, normally the Fat Boy killed the Monkey Lord, and the unit are not so close to fight it. So there I should have retreated. I shouldn't fight there. That was a mistake. And with the reclaim, he could maybe get back to the game, but I have one base more than him. Even if he had both islands, they're still early in the eco side. So now I will retreat and I just try to kill the blue commander on the island, and should be fine. Yeah, I have enough torpedo bomber, I think. Yeah, you need 7 torpedo bomber to kill one cruiser. So every 7 torpedo bomber, you can count one cruiser. I send gunship to kill the island, and I'll send them to kill the T3 because I know I have more air than him. I can abuse it, and it's really hard to get back when you lost air control at some point of the game. I should stop building SF and just build a torpedo bomber, gunship, or T3 bomber. There, so send all this is here, and I have more SF than him, so it's really hard for them to get back. Now he tries to kill the 2 gunship. That's a good move because myself were not there. I could have killed them all, but I didn't, and it's fine. I still know that I am in a really nice position. I even have a megalith to kill the Fat Boy. Normally the megalith kill the Fat Boy, except if you macro him very nicely, but I have also an army with the Fat Boy, so it's close to impossible to kill. There he will be killed by the torpedo bomber. He go outside of in the beach, but I have gunship, and I have a Monkey Lord also, so it's trapped. He can move back. He have no possibility to get back, and the game is over now. Speed that up a bit, but yeah. One command home can kill a Monkey Lord and torpedo bomber. He can do shit from that position. He should have made a T2 transport and get back to this main island when he had the opportunity, but now it's too late. So I should wait more for my army and my experimental. A combined attack is way more impactful than one unit at a time. Slowly dying by torpedo bomber. And yeah, once the megalith is in range of the Fat Boy, it's over for him. The story is get more eco, and when you lose air, make more factory than your opponent, and just make interceptor until you get air coverage. I didn't, so I sent my SSCU to the Doom, but even though it's over anyway. Yeah. Hope yourself. Have a nice day.